I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is just a podcast. Haven't done just a podcast in a while. I thought I would. There's been 3 times today, there's been people asking about the Scoville rating. So I thought it would be good to take just a couple minutes and tell you a little bit about that. I am not related to Wilbur Scoville, just the same name. Now, Wilbur Scoville was an American pharmacist, and while working for Park Davis, he invented a system by which they could determine how hot peppers were. It is called the Scoville scale. And to kind of give you the Reader's Digest version of how it's done, you take dried pods, a sample of dried pepper, and how much water, I'm not sure if it's ounces, but how much water you need to add to a solution before test subjects could not detect the heat. And that is called, so the more water that you have to put in, if you just a little bit of water offsets the heat, then it's not very hot. But if you have to put tons and tons of water in to offset that heat, it's a hotter pepper. And that's kind of the system. It's a funny thing, the Scoville scale, because it's one of the great, I'm trying to think of how to word this without offending anybody, because I'm likely to do that, and I don't want to. I'm not going to pick on the Reaper because people think I pick on the Reaper, and I don't. Let's pick on the ghost pepper. Ghost peppers are really close to 1 million Scoville heat units, the hottest one ever, okay, that was ever tested. Everybody who ever eats a ghost pepper thinks they've eaten 1 million Scoville heat units. Not all ghost peppers are. The hottest one they ever got their hands on was. Same thing with a Reaper. Reaper's around 1.5 million, and everybody who thinks everybody who's eaten a Reaper thinks they've consumed 1.5 million Scoville heat units. If you go on grocery store shelves, every hot sauce will say it's, hot sauce, be careful. There are so many hot sauces that say they're the hottest sauce in the world. Trying to think of any mainstream snack is going to tell you they're super hot, and they're just not. And I think the people who buy the products want to believe they're super hot, so they can be saying they're eating super hot stuff. The people who sell the products want you to believe that it's super hot. That's why they say it's the hottest sauce or whatever, so you'll buy them. There's only one hottest sauce in the world. You know what I mean? The hottest sauce I've ever had, commercially available, is Doomed by Hellfire Hot Sauce. It's the only sauce I've ever seen that printed the lab results on the bottle. 2.68 million Scoville heat units. Try that sauce. It'll give you an idea of what 2 million Scoville heat units taste like. It's so hot. But, there's it's interesting, I'm doing something very big this weekend in Dallas, and I can't really talk about it now, but I'm going to be talking about it in the coming days. But it's very, very exciting, and there's some really crazy stuff happening. It's all about the quest for the hottest pepper, essentially. That's what my channel's about. It's to find the hottest pepper. And I was talking this morning, and every time I talk about a pepper that I say is, hot, everybody always wants to compare them to the Reaper because the Reaper is the hottest by the Guinness Book. It is a very, very hot pepper. I just have had hotter, and I don't ever mean to make people mad at me or get people upset with me when I say that, but it's just my truth, Good example. For those of you that have had a ghost pepper, okay, the heat's around here. The first time you ate a Carolina Reaper, your thought was, wow, that is so much hotter than a ghost pepper. And immediate, it's just like, wow, so noticeably hotter than a ghost pepper, right? To me, that's what the Primatali does to every other pepper. Every other pepper. Instantly, it's like, wow, that's just the hottest pepper I've ever had. And here's the thing that at least makes me feel good. More time goes by, more chili heads have tried it. And there are so many people that agree with me. The Primatali is the reigning champ. I've said this in so many videos. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't grow peppers. I'm not a grower. I have no stake in the game. I just want when I set out to start Chase the Heat, it was to have the hottest pepper, to find the hottest stuff. So that's just what my quest is about. It's been a wonderful journey. It's brought me to a ton of different countries and all over the world, and I've eaten so many different things, all to find the hottest pod. I want to show you this. You guys, I pull out a bottle this size. The bigger the bottle of tincture, the smaller the bottle, it kind of scares you. I got this from Seriously Hot Peppers, Tom Broom, Evil SS24. I'm telling you right now, I've never in my life had a tincture that hits harder than this. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. We were at the Myrtle Beach World Championship Bush Beans Chili Cook-Off. Austin. The second day, Austin did the challenge with the Death Nut 2. It was one of the three-way tie for first, and he won. Big fan of the channel. It's on the bus. He's a great guy. He did the Death Nut 2, and at the end, he was only at a 2 on his scale of 1 to 10. He came over to the booth, and I told him I had this. And it was really funny. The night before, let me tell you what happened. The night before, Tom Broom calls me. He's like, have you had that yet? Have you tried it? I was in Myrtle Beach when he called me. I said, no, I haven't yet. I got it right here. He goes, I'll make a deal with you. You do 1 drop, I'll do 1 drop. I said, it's a deal. I said, you don't really have to, but I'll do one. And I did 1 drop. And I'm telling you, I've never had a tincture hit harder. It hits so hard, and it gets hot and then gets hotter, and this is the hottest tincture. Anyway, I said, Tom, how hot do you think this is? He reckons it's around 10 million. 99.9% of the time when I'm disagreeing with a supposed Scoville score, I'm saying it's not as hot as they say it is. I don't believe for a second this is 10 million, and I told Tom that. I think it's probably more like 12 or 13. I have never in my life had a tincture hit harder. Now, getting back to Austin, he finished that Death Nut 2 and came out with just a 2. He ate the whole Death Nut 2 and was only at a 2 on his scale of 1 to 10. After it was over, he came back to the booth, and I told him about this. He goes, I'm game. I set up the camera, and we filmed it. The file was corrupted, and I'm unable to. I'm gonna have somebody look at it and see if they can somehow salvage it. He did. I'm not picking on you, Austin. If you see this, dude, no shame. Let me see if I can show you the video. Hang on 1 second. Where is it? Come on, Austin. Don't tell me I deleted the video. Come on, where is that video? I must have deleted it. I'm going through the deleted to find it. Here it is. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because of the, oh wait. You're not gonna be able to see it. I'm not gonna try to make you see it because it's gonna be difficult. He and I did 1 drop together. 1 drop got me to about a 4 or 5. 1 drop. 1 drop made him throw up. He took the drop, and within 7 minutes he was throwing up. So I'm gonna do 1 drop for you right now. If you don't have a high tolerance, you won't even taste this. It's that hot. I mean, it's so hot. I've had so many tinctures that were really hot, you know, but I'm just telling you, if you want the hottest tincture you're ever gonna sample, reach out to Tom Broom from Seriously Hot Peppers. My tolerance is climbing a little bit from the weekend because I ate a lot of hot stuff, but this is still like a 3 and climbing for me. It's just ridiculously hot. So anyway, I just want to get sit in front of you guys and talk to you a little bit. I want to touch base just for a second on something I mentioned today. I was a guy with a checkered past. I quit drinking. I quit everything. I've also done everything. But I'm sober. I'm a very, very sober guy. And lately, my drug of choice is servitude. I mean that. There's something beautiful. If you look up the science of service, and you realize that, and I'm telling you the truth, the exact same effect happens when you do something for somebody, a kind gesture, with knowing that there's no ulterior motive. You're not doing it because something may come back to you. It gives you the same rush as using a substance. I can't tell you the joy that I get doing something for somebody else. I got a ride today with a Lyft driver from Africa, and we talked about that. And he was a really good guy, and he said something very interesting. I said it in the video today, but America is like a rich daddy with a lot of spoiled children. And I think we as a country have gotten away from doing things for others. In German, there's a word, I don't know the word, I'm going to get it wrong. Try to find this word. Give me just a second, you guys. I'm not going to be able to find it. It's a German word, Schadenfreude. I think that's what it is. The word translates meaning somebody who derives pleasure out of somebody else's misfortune. Now, while you may say that's terrible, at least they own it and they have a word for it, because it's happening everywhere in America, and there's no word for it. What do you think the cancel culture is? Huh? When I was young, if there was a band that came out and you didn't like it, you just didn't listen. If there was a TV show that came out, you didn't like it, you just didn't watch. If there was a movie that came out, you didn't like the message, you just didn't watch it. Now, if there's a movie that comes out, they want to shut it down. If there's somebody with a message, they want to shut you down. And I think it's that. It's the Schadenfreude. I'm not sure I'm saying it wrong. I think people don't like seeing people succeed. I love seeing people succeed. I want to help people succeed. And I think as a country, if we start getting back to doing things for others, we'll get away from the cancel culture. We'll start getting back to the way this country's supposed to be. Oh, I'm burning up right now. Kind of babbling a little bit, but let's be kind to people. It doesn't cost anything. I remember early on, I said, subscribe to this channel. It costs that much. It costs the same amount as it costs to be a decent human being. I gave a little challenge today in the afternoon video. Wow, it's hot. If you think I'm wrong, do something nice for somebody. And it's almost better if you do it for a stranger. Even if it's just opening a door, just be kind. Be nice. And if I challenge you to do that, and if you don't feel wonderful, if you don't find intense pleasure from that, there's something wrong with you. Let's get back to being decent human beings. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody on the bus. This bus is great. Some of the finest human beings, absolutely without a doubt, the finest human beings I'll never meet are on this bus. Fortunately, I get a chance to meet a lot of them, but so it's not really, I'm not really talking to the Scoville squad, but I'd still challenge you, do something nice for somebody and watch how it makes you feel. That's my drug of choice. My brother, I said this recently, my brother's all about this also. He really is. Tommy's all about doing things for others. He would jump in front of a bus to stop somebody from using, to help somebody get clean. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see that because of the sun. You're not. What it says is I'm gonna spend the rest of my life making other people feel less broken. That's what I wanna do. I swear to you, that's all I wanna do. I wanna be I wanna be a helpful person. I wanna be a source of encouragement, inspiration, and kindness. So, if anything, I'm really speaking to me more than anybody else. So anyway, that's kind of, just wanted to hang out with you a little bit. I'm back down to about a 2. That got to a 4 for me. 1 teeny micro drop, just a teeny drop. That is, if you want a spooky hot, just surreal tincture, Tom Broom, reach out to him. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up now. I hope you guys are great. Let's just do that. Let's pay it forward. Let's be kind. And if you just try it for a day, not even the whole day, try it for the morning or a portion of your day. And if you don't find that it just brings you intense happiness to do things for other people, then you're wired differently than I am. But try it, because it's a beautiful thing. Really. My mom, my brother and I, for a lot of years, we did things that didn't make my mom and dad proud, But my mom is really proud of us right now. I think it's beautiful. It was a good gift for my mom. It's sad that it took so long to provide that gift, But be an ambassador of goodwill. I promise you, you'll benefit more than the people you try to help. And that's the truth of it. So we're done here, guys. In the description box, you'll see all the normal stuff. Right there is the pepper. More videos here. Really cool stuff happening in Dallas. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be fun. So please come out and say hi. I'd love to meet you. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is just a podcast.